when he's calling the fights. Let's take a look at our tail of the tape. Lightweight contest. Angel Alvarez is 31. Bryce Logan is 36. Logan a little bit taller, but the reach advantage belongs to Angel. Bryce Logan in the gold trunks, Angel Alvarez in the red. Sean O'Connell, Dan Hardy, AJ McKee, three-man booth for these next couple of fights. Alvarez comes out in the southpaw stance.
Alvarez looks like he just wants to hold the center right now and take a look at his opponent.
AJ McKee, how long do you give yourself to get a read on an opponent in these early moments of a fight?
It all starts before the bell even rings, you know. You're assessing what they're doing, how they're breathing, what their stance is. So you see here Logan switch his stance a little bit. Those are things to notice. It could be uncomfortability. It could be trying to throw off his game plan.
Some fast hands a moment ago from Alvarez. Managed to get his head to the outside of that lead hand of Logan and pop that left hand down the pipe. There he is again, look. Slips just to the outside of that lead hand. That's some good movement from Logan. Circles his way off.
Logan tried to switch stances. Throw the right hand as he was doing it. Body kick attempt there from Alvarez. Good drift out of distance there from Logan.
Yeah, both these guys already showing really good footwork. Good body kick, blocked by Alvarez.
Yes, Alvarez is doing really well putting together combinations.
Yeah, looks nice and tight with his hands, doesn't he? Nice tight boxing combinations.
I think Logan's trying to figure out how to put together more than one punch. He's just sticking that jab real heavy. There goes a nice combo.
Through the left and tried a big right hook. Attacked the body that time. Maybe his best punch of the fight so far.
Yeah, I definitely think he's better with those longer shots. In and out ones and twos to start with, because Alvarez looks like he wants to sit down on his punches and throw numbers. Oh!
Beautiful check hook.
Yeah, right. I think Logan was fortunate he was moving away from it.
An exchange of lead hooks from both in those opposite stances. Right hand was able to chase down Logan again.
Lead body kick there from Alvarez. Here we go, that's better work from Bryce. Let's see if he can hold the center.
AJ, when someone switches stances on you, how do you handle it? Do you like to try to force them to stay in one?
I like to pressure forward, because once I pressure forward, I know they're not in a comfortable stance, so that pressure is going to make them go back to what they're used to, and that's when you try to capitalize on that opening.
Alvarez tried to dig a right hand to the midsection of Alvarez. There's an inside leg kick as well.
Yeah, Logan's doing smart work right now. I think he knows, I think he's felt the air pass by him on these power punches and recognizes how dangerous it would be for him to stay in the pocket. He's playing a very clever game right now of just teasing the range of Alvarez, and when Alvarez puts his foot on the gas, Logan is out of the way. Look, I mean, he's just out of the way of those punches.
When you look at the record comparison, Alvarez with the more impressive win percentage, but you have to evaluate where their fights have happened, and Logan has already been in like a pretty high level. He's fought in the Bellator cage before. He's somebody that, like the man sitting next to me, maybe skipped a step or two when it came to rising through the regional ranks.
Good head movement again by Logan.
He's got a notable win as well. Peter Quilley's very tough opponent.
Very tough opponent, yeah.
Little clash there. Stymied the forward motion of Logan. Good low kick.
Yeah, nice check hook, though, from Logan at the same time. Keeping his options open as well, switching his stance, whereas Alvarez is predominantly a southpaw. He has stepped forward a couple of times to punch.
Logan's definitely starting to find that opening with that check right hook, but he just needs to follow up with more than one.
Good job.
And home crowd, man. There's something about when you're in your home turf and you got that home crowd cheering for you. It's fuel to the fire.
He is 7-0 in this building, this exact building, so he'll look to make it 8-0. Logan Storley will in our main event tonight as we start round 2 here at the Sanford Pentagon. Angel Alvarez in the red. Logan is in the gold. Good body kick there from Bryce Logan.
Yeah, Logan.
Oh, the head kick lands. Alvarez now pouncing, trying to capitalize. Logan somehow right back
Nice
to
foot
his feet.
sweep.
Yeah, lovely takedown that in the flow of things to be able to think about what he was doing there. Logan seems to have bounced back up to his feet and got straight back into the fight, but that's going to give Alvarez a lot of confidence that he can do damage.
What a recovery by Logan. Who now turns back in. He's got at least an underhook here. Eats a right hand on the exit.
What a recovery from Logan.
Amazing.
Now, if you're Angel Alvarez here, AJ McKee, you just dumped a bunch of energy with that flurry afterwards. You've still got this guy in trouble. How do you close it out?
Don't get overzealous with the strikes, trying to chase him. Cut the corners off into the cage and pick your shots. Touch his body a little, slow him down, and start working that head, just like that.
Yeah, there could be a danger here of Alvarez just getting too excited and punching himself out a little bit, especially if he feels like his opponent's hurt throughout this round. Alvarez is going to start to put more power into his shots and not be quite as considerate with his efforts. Got to wonder how Bryce is feeling, whether his head's back in it.
It looks like it maybe slowed him down just a bit, that knockdown. Trying to get his wits back about him. What an incredible game face, though.
Beautiful body.
That's going to keep slowing you down, attacking the body. Tries the left high kick again. Blocked this time.
Man, big power.
Big shots from Alvarez. The way he's switching up from the combinations to the head to the body kicks, it's such a beautiful combination. You don't really know where he's going.
Yeah. I like the fact that he went back to the body with those kicks as well before going back up to the head. It shows a consideration of how to break an opponent's guard down.
Now he attacks the lead leg. Logan switches the lead leg. Good left hand, snaps the head back. Logan tried to step in with a jab there. Little slip from Angel Alvarez on that last left.
He got a bit long in his stance, didn't he? He lost his back foot.
2 minutes left. Let's get this one back. Nice.
A nice little touch to the body again by Logan.
2 minutes left. Plenty of time to work here in the second frame. Enough time for Bryce Logan to try to steal the round back. Well, that might be another story after the big knockdown. Body kick again.
Man, he wound up for that right hook then. That's better work from Bryce. He needs to get back to fluidity again. That's how he was starting to pick up his pace at the end of that first round. Shin to the ribs again there from Alvarez.
Good right hook, left hand combination from Alvarez. Body shot attempted there for Logan. Stepping back in with some more power.
Yeah, Logan's doing a good job of getting the hands of Alvarez up around his head. The body is available if he can time the punch right.
Come on, Bryce, let's go. Keep working it. Stay on it. No, stay on it. Un la cabeza. Abajo. Abajo. When you're ready. Get out of the ring. Don't get away. Nice.
Final 30 seconds of this second round. AJ, what are you telling Bryce Logan if he makes it back to the stool?
He's got to give it all he's got here in this third round, you know. Second round was high output for Alvarez. Caught him, dropped him. So, yeah, third round, you got to give it all you have. Whatever's left in the tank, leave it in this cage here.
Good balance there by Alvarez on that takedown defense.
Angel Alvarez listening to Rob Lawler in the corner. Also over there in the red corner, Impa Kasanganay, 205-pound and 185-pound challenger here in the PFL, former 205 champ.
That was a good jab. That was
Nice
fast.
Logan in those gold trunks. Getting back on his bike with some good footwork here.
He's got to be careful he doesn't run onto that check hook, though. He almost got clipped. Oh, lost his footing.
Specifically in that weird center spot is where Angel Alvarez seems to be losing his footing.
I think a part of the problem is because he has such a wide stance. When he pushes off his back foot, there's not enough purchase there. What I did notice, though, at the start of this round is he was wiping his brow to get some sweat and then putting it on the bottoms of his feet to try and get more grip.
Kennedy Smith is in the Alvarez corner with the aforementioned Impa Kasanganay as he lands a left hand.
Impa, Alvarez has had his first 2 good rounds. What does he need to do right now to seal the deal?
He just keep doing what he's doing. Listen to Dieter and Robbie. He's seeing everything out there. Bryce is tough, but you know, Angel's really, really sharp tonight. So just stay sharp, stay disciplined, and to get that victory.
Thanks so much, Impa. Sean.
Thank you, Kennedy.
Big flurry, like that shot to the body that he threw in there as well. I'd like to see some more of that.
Spam the right hands, did Angel Alvarez.
With all the swelling developing around the brow of Bryce Logan as well. You can see he's taking some shots.
AJ, if you know your fighter needs a finish, which is probably the case here for Bryce Logan, how does he dial it in?
He's got to get back on that footwork, moving forward, in and out, and put together the combinations on his ends. Alvarez is clearly wanting to stay in the pocket with him, so he's got to capitalize when he is in the pocket with him and work his angles on the way out.
Little roadmap of swelling all around the brow and left and right eye for Bryce Logan. I guess the downside of switching stances frequently is you expose both sides of your head. Equal opportunity punishment.
Logan seems to have a lot more success when he's kind of bouncing in and out with single shots. Seems to be when he starts to sit down on his punches a bit and trade in the pocket is when he's getting clipped.
I think he's got the range figured out. He just doesn't have enough output for Alvarez.
Yeah.
And Alvarez is just, he's non-stop. Beautiful combination, sitting on his punches. Very big power shots.
Some good swelling underneath the eye of Logan as well from one of those left hands that got through.
Big swing and a miss from Alvarez. Better work from Logan on that combination. Gotta be careful about drifting out that way with the hands down.
Put the pace on it.
Right hand stuck through there for Logan. Alvarez grabs the clinch temporarily and Logan shoves off. Logan's got David Michaud, former PFL title challenger, in his corner. Good to see the Bulldog here in the building, in his home state.
I wonder if we're going to see Alvarez go back to that head kick before the fight's over. He's got a minute. For me, I think the first round was probably the closest. Here he goes with the high kick again. And Alvarez is a tank, isn't he? Just kind of marches forward.
4-punch combo. Bryce Logan landed something. Now we've got a leaking nose here from Angel Alvarez in the third round. Snatch single. Maybe too little too late here for Bryce Logan.
Yeah, 20 seconds to go. Good balance by Alvarez. Isn't it, right? Incredible. Nice. Probably the best shot of Logan's fight so far, landing that elbow.
Shoulder punch here from Alvarez.
Hey!
Few seconds.
Nice.
Little upender.
Just
And
for style.
Alvarez happy to swing away to the end. What a fight.
Great fight. Really good fun.
And Greg Hamilton has the official decision.
3 rounds, we turn to the judges' scorecards, where the judges scored the fight 30-27, 29-28, and 29-28. All for your winner by unanimous decision, the Salsa King, Angel Alvarez.
Click below to subscribe and watch more MMA content.